What's the difference between creepy sheep and sky bandits? One of them goes on the lam, the other is lambs on the go. And now that we've dealt with the latter, it's time to take care of the former. Salvete omnes, this is Emilia, also known as the Martian Geek, and welcome back to another episode of The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. In the last episode, we had an escort mission. We didn't have such a bad time, but it did involve sheep. We also dealt with some turtles who were rather late to the party, honestly. So now, we must head to the proper menu, first of all, and Ravennue Village. We have already been there for a previous quest. The one with the... whatever it was called, Fate something or other. It was the monster that stomped and made earthquakes and stuff, which is totally what you associate with Fate. So yeah, we're just kind of wandering the same roads again and again. I forget if the later games in the series get better about that, but I want to say no, they don't. So conveniently enough, it only takes one room change to get to Ravennue Trail. Huh? Oh, it's a red-haired guy. Sherazard, is that you? Well, this is an unlikely place to run into the Silver Streak. Right back at you. I thought you were in the Royal City, but are you here to look into the airliner incident? No, I'm here on some chump errands. Speaking of the incident, I hear it was the work of the Sky Bandits. Still, if you're here on the job, then I guess I don't have to worry about it myself. Good luck to you. Is that all you got to say? I'm sure you've heard that Cassius might have been taken hostage, right? Cassius Bright taken hostage? Haha, don't make me laugh. That old man's not going to get beaten by the likes of some Sky Bandits. Anybody saying that is severely mistaken. I'd like to believe that too, but... I wonder who this guy is. I don't know, but he seems to fit the mold for a bracer. By the way, who are these brats you got tagging along with you? They look like a bunch of newbies to me. Well then I'm sure that you'll be surprised to hear that these brats are Cassius's kids. Yeah, that's a surprise, alright. So these are the old man's kids, huh? Hard to believe it. Well, why are you looking at us like that? This boy with the black hair is one thing, but the girl really looks like an amateur. Are you sure she's really Cassius's daughter? You want to try saying that again with my staff in your teeth? She's the bona fide daughter of Cassius Bright, and I have to warn you, her bite is as good as her bark. And I'm just his adopted son. Is that a fact? Oh well, it doesn't really matter. What do you mean it doesn't matter? Well, take it easy, Sherazard. And be careful not to let these brats drag you down. Yeah. And make sure not to rush into any trouble yourself, either. I'll keep those words in mind. Alright, Sherazard. Was it you who took care of that monster near the mine? Yeah. Well, actually, it wasn't just me, it was us. I don't think any number of trainees would have made much difference. But anyway, good luck in your search for those Sky Bandits. Later. What's with that guy? He really ticks me off. I see, so that was Heavy Blade Agate, huh? Heavy Blade Agate? What a stupid name. Agate Crossner, Senior Bracer in the Bracer Guild. He works in all regions and isn't affiliated with any specific branch. His massive blade is said to be capable of slicing a monster in two with a single slash. I'll just tell you right now, he's one tough customer. Whatever, I don't care how tough he is, he's still a rude jerk. Come to think of it, how does he know Dad anyway? He seems to think highly of Dad's ability, but even so, he didn't seem to like him all that much. There are a number of things in his past I can't go into, and those things are the reason why he feels that way about your father. Well, I couldn't care less about someone rude like that. Anyway, let's hurry to Ravennue Village. I forgot that you saw him this early. So yeah, Agate will actually be joining our party later. He's the only temporary party member who's not really associated with any particular chapter. And his three main claims to fame are that big sword of his, a serious case of anime hair, and a stick so far up his butt that it would tickle his uvula. I think his name might have actually been transliterated incorrectly and it was supposed to be spelled with a silent M at the beginning. Or an F, but that would be offensive in the wrong way. But we don't have to deal with his shenanigans right now. It's time for a nice peaceful village that probably won't stay peaceful for long. Alright, let's see what we can find out about the sighting. So what do you suggest? Should we just go talk to all the villagers? People would be suspicious of us if we did that all of a sudden. I think we should talk to the village elder first and see what he has to say about it. Okay. Actually, did we ever buy the... Okay, no, we didn't buy that, and we didn't even have that here. I couldn't remember if there was a food item we forgot to get. Here we go. Wrong button. Or wrong option, rather. Squeeze juice on the second floor, huh? We do have some new food. Apple ice cream and fresh juice. Still only 300 HP healing, but I suppose that'll work in battle. Doesn't have any cast time. So, where is the village elder's house again? Okay. I see you're all together. Well, no, I've been having some emotional distress over this big, obnoxious guy with red hair. What brings you all up here today? Are you here for a visit? No, not exactly. We're actually here on business. Although, if it's possible, I'd really like a glass of your fruit wine. Oh ho ho, things in the world never go like you expect, do they? By the way, I never got a chance to ask you until now, but... You don't happen to be one of Agate's companions, do you? God forbid. Well, we're all members of the same guild, but we're not companions exactly. Now that I think about it, why is Estelle... Okay, never mind. I thought... I couldn't see Joshua for a second there. He's behind the pillar. We know him by face, and that's probably about it. It does still look kind of weird for Sherazard to be talking to the Elder when she's halfway across the room. And again, the text box callout isn't pointing to the right place. I see. So he's traveling by himself as usual, huh? The village elder closed his eyes for a moment as a look of sadness passed over his aged features. Huh? What's wrong, sir? It's nothing, really. Please pardon my expression. Anyway, what brings you to this rural village of ours? Don't tell me that another dangerous monster showed up in the area. No, actually, we're in the middle of an investigation concerning the missing airliner. We came here because we heard there was a report of some kind of sighting. UFOs? Ah, I see. The Royal Army came here and investigated that the other day. However, they searched around the area and ended up leaving empty-handed. Really, is that so? Well, what about the person who saw the flying silhouette in the sky? Signal in the sky, oh. It was one of the children in the village here, a boy named Louis. Interesting way of spelling that name. He apparently saw some suspicious shadow making its way across the sky on the night of the incident. But he's a kid any way you think about it, so he may have just imagined the whole thing while he was half asleep. Imagined it, huh? I guess the best thing we can do then is ask him directly. You're probably right about that. Thank you for your time, sir. Don't mention it. If there's anything else I can help you with, don't hesitate to ask. Okay, now I don't know where to find this kid. But it's not behind the locked door. It's a pretty tiny village, so there are only so many places he can be. Okay, she is obviously not Louis. He looks too old to be a kid. Now that I think about it, some of the instrumentation in this song reminds me of One of the cutscene themes from Lufia 2, I forget which. You also don't look like a child, but... Okay. Actually... Oh, there we go. Huh? I haven't seen you guys around here before. Are you merchants here to buy fruit? Actually, no, we're here for a different reason. As a matter of fact, we're bracers. Bracers? You mean like agate? No, not like agate. We actually have manners. I don't know, you don't look all that strong to me, especially because you're a girl. Ugh, why don't you tell me how you really feel? But after seeing my great skill with the staff, do you think you can still call me weak? Wow, that's amazing. It's like a tornado. Or perhaps a hurricane. I hope you've learned your lesson that looks can be deceiving. Now, how about another amazing demonstration with my staff? Estelle, be careful. Wasn't it just yesterday that you hit yourself in the face doing that? Anyway, are you Louis by chance? Yeah? But how do you know my name? You heard from the village elder. He said you saw some kind of flying shadow. Do you think you could tell us a little bit more about what you saw that night? Sure, if you want. But the soldiers from the army already searched the place and didn't find anything. That's fine, we're not worried about that. Do you think you could just tell us what you saw? In as much detail as you can remember? Okay, I'll try. You see, I like watching the stars at night. So I often sneak out of my house at night to come here and look at the stars. And the other night when I was out here looking at up at the stars, I saw two shadows moving across the sky. Now hold on a minute here. You say you saw two shadows? Yeah, that's right. And they were different sizes too, kind of like a mom leading a kid. Two shadows, two sizes. That's consistent with an airliner and the Sky Bandit airship if you think about it. Yeah, the aircraft we ran across in the woods was definitely smaller than a typical airliner. And the two shadows just kept on flying north until I couldn't see them anymore. So north is... There's a trail that continues behind the village, and it leads to an old septium mine which was abandoned some time ago. Why is septium capitalized there? The soldiers from the army supposedly searched the trail but didn't come up with anything. That's why they said I must have just been dreaming. And then they laughed at me like I didn't know what I was talking about. Classy. The little boy's eyes started to well up with tears. Aw, enough of that. You're a boy, right? And boys don't cry. Oh, come on, Estelle, really? We're not like those stupid soldiers. We don't think you're telling a lie either, and we are going to prove it. Really? Darn straight, you just leave it to us. So no more crying, okay? Okay. You're a real nice person. Haha, as usual, she's got a knack with the kids. Yeah, maybe it's a virtue. Huh? Why are you looking at me like that? It's nothing. Let's focus on the task at hand. It looks like we got stuff to do. Right. Let's hurry and get onto the trail behind the village and see what we can find. I wonder if it would be possible to do the monster quest at this point. I can't imagine it wouldn't be expired by now, but... In fact, I wonder what the Elder says if you didn't do that quest before now. Presumably his dialogue would just be slightly different. So... Since we were already up here before, we can pretty much just ignore all the stuff to the right. I mean, I guess I'll just check for the sake of... Well, no, I really don't need to do that. We can just head straight on into the mine. Pretty sure I checked that area thoroughly last time, so I don't think that there'd be anything else. Now this one I forget. I think I searched this one too when we did the Firefly Fungus quest. Let's see, I need to go the other way, don't I? But you know what my memory's like. And now that I think about it, the firefly fungus might have actually been in the previous room. That wasn't that long ago, but it seems like it. Not that there's a lot to find here anyway. A lot of dead ends with nothing except a monster or two. Okay, yeah, I think we did go through here. Is that the only path here, or the only branch, that has a treasure chest or anything of value? I guess it is. Well, let's see what this mine is all about. Well, let's see. Nothing around here. This looks like the entrance to an abandoned mine. It certainly does, Joshua, it certainly does. It kind of reminds me of the Malga mine, except for the fact that it's all deserted. It seems that this place was abandoned quite some time ago. The padlock and chain are rusted. It doesn't look like this gate has been opened recently. Which means that there's no possibility that the Sky Bandits entered through here. I wonder if that's why the army never investigated the place. You're probably not going to find any clues searching around in an old mine, that's for sure. What's wrong, Estelle? Maybe it's just me, but do you feel any air flowing out of here? When you say out of here, do you mean the mine? Yeah, that's right. Let's see. You're right, Estelle. It's rather subtle, but there is air flowing out of here. Just like I thought, huh? Sometimes your senses can be surprisingly sharp, you know that? I wonder if you get that from your father. My dad doesn't have anything to do with it. Well, I mean, he did give you one of your X chromosomes. But forget about that. Aren't you more interested in what's inside this old mine? There's certainly a possibility that it connects to somewhere. It's probably worth checking out. Well, in that case, let's bust this lock off. Hey, don't you even think about doing that. For now, we'd better head back to the village and talk with the Elder. He might have the key. You're no fun, Shara. More walking. More goat suckers. I don't think they'd be much of a threat to us now, but I also don't think they'd provide much of a benefit to us now. Then again, we do still need fire sepith, and I haven't been farming shining palms. I might do enough of that to open up Sherazard's remaining slots before the end of the chapter. But I don't know, we'll see. Alright, Mr. Elder. You require your assistance once again. Where is he? Brunette. Not to be confused with brunette, which she definitely isn't. So, where's the gravesite again? Right, okay. We were told you had a key. So this is where you all are, Elder Racing. Oh, it's you young bracers, is it? Well, this is a rather extravagant grave for a small village like this, isn't it? I can't talk today, I tell ya. It was erected to mourn all those souls we lost 10 years ago. Since the Bose region is nearest to the Empire, it was in the thick of the fray. And this village lost a number of good people in the hostilities. That's terrible. There's no need for you to get somber too, though. These days, cleaning this monument is just one of my daily routines. But I guess you wouldn't have come up here if you didn't think there was something I could help you with, right? Oh, right, there was something we wanted to talk to you about. But before that, would you mind if we paid our respects as well? I know we don't have any flowers to give, but we'd at least like to offer up a prayer. Oh, I see. No, of course I don't mind. I'm sure all those looking down from above would be overjoyed by the gesture. So you say there might be some clues in that old mine, huh? I know for certain that the soldiers didn't check inside. After I heard Louie's story, it really got me thinking. We'd like to check the place out just in case, so would you mind lending us the key to the entrance? The key for that padlock, huh? Give me a minute here. I'm sure I put it in this drawer. Alright, here it is. Okay, this should get you inside. And we get an abandoned mine key. Wow, this key looks ancient. Many thanks, Elder Racin. This will really help a lot. Don't mention it. We're always indebted to the Bracer Guild for their help. It's only natural that we would try and return the favor. Thank you. If everyone we dealt with were as cooperative as you, it would make our lives a lot easier. Yeah, I can take some pointers from you. We'll be sure to let you know if we find anything. I would appreciate that. So after that diversion, let's head back to the mine. Again, at least we're getting some steps on our pedometer. Because we're certainly not getting anything else out of this. But I can't complain too much, I suppose. It's not that far, not that time-consuming. It's not like I'm trying to trek back through the entire world of Super Metroid after getting the space jump or something. Let's use this key we borrowed from the village elder. Whew, that was one heavy gate. Let's have a look inside, shall we? I don't know about sky bandits, but I can definitely sense monsters in here. Your spider sense is tingling. Everyone stay alert.